you guys a powerful attack strategy. I have tripled so many bases with this. In this video, I got 2 war attacks to show you. I'm going to go in and do a live attack. I got some legends attacks to show you. This attack is easy and it is overpowering. All right, guys, attack number 1. Look at the time. This attack took exactly 2 minutes. I had an entire freaking minute to spare. That's how fast this thing is. Now, army composition, 4 golems, 8 super wizards, 8 witches. I'm going to start off with the corners, all right? I'm dropping a golem, 2 witches, and 2 super wizards in each corner. Then the remaining 2 golems, along with the remaining witches, super wizards, heroes, all in the core of the base. Now, I do kind of have a redundancy in this attack. First of all, I got a log launcher. Second of all, I'm still jumping my troops through the base. You might wonder, Corey, why the heck are you doing that? Well, the jumps are to make sure they get that momentum going. It takes the log launcher a while to bust open those walls. I don't want the troops, the queen, the witches, the super wizards, to get impatient and start circling around the corners, so I'm jumping them in nice and early. I'm still using the log launcher, though, because that log launcher is really good at opening up additional walls on the backside of the base and doing some early damage. Those logs rolling into the core help you get through that core a little bit quicker. Look at this. We're opening up access and doing damage all the way to the town hall with that log launcher, man. Jumps got him in the first section. Now we're sending in this royal champion. We're leading her with skeleton spells in front of her. And we've also got some free spells in this comp too. So you're a little late with your skeleton spells. Maybe she's already locked onto by a single or by the Grand Warden platform. No big deal. You got the freezes to go ahead and correct your own mistakes. So this attack has mistake corrections built into it by bringing the skeleton spells and the free spells. Now, the big thing about this, man, is having that unicorn with the royal champion. So even if she's taking some damage throughout, maybe an archer tower locks onto her here, a cannon locks onto her there, you don't have to sit there and freeze those because you got the unicorn keeping her topped up on health. And look at this, we're onto the town hall. We'll freeze it. We didn't really need to. Queen was on it, RC was on it, and guys, just like that, under 2 minutes, this base annihilated. No problem. And the town hall was on the backside of the base. I was not worried about it at all because I had those free spells. I had the royal champion coming in with their unicorn. We had more than enough to get the town hall taken out, even though it was the last defense we took out. War attack number 2, and I gotta tell you guys right off the get-go, I made a huge mistake on this attack where I was like, oh no, what have I done? It was literally the first time in about 20 of these attacks that I've made this error, and oh man, I was sweating big time. First of all, I'm throwing these troops at this base. Same deployment as before. Golem 2 and 2 in each corner, and then the rest of the troops, Golem in the core. Now, for some reason, man, I got a little nervous about this scatter shot on the beginning, but I didn't want to burn my Grand Warden ability yet, so I went ahead and used a freeze on the scatter shot just to put off having to use my Grand Warden ability so early in the attack. But once that freeze wore off, I went ahead and used that Grand Warden ability just to make sure my super witches and wizards weren't going to just disappear that scatter shot. Now we got to move into the core. We got to jump, opening up plenty access to the town hall. Now notice at this point, I only have 2 freezes left, and at this point I start freezing the town hall. Apparently I was worried about my troops in the core. And guys, it's worth mentioning, this attack I went in, I didn't do any planning. I just picked the base, I went in, and I hit it, all right? So to make sure this town hall goes down, I dropped my last freeze on there. The problem was, I didn't realize that was my last freeze. Look at my royal champion, who I was slacking on paying attention to. I was late on the skeleton spells, and I let her die. I was like, wow, I actually just failed with this attack for like the first time ever because I made a stupid mistake. But I don't know, guys, it's not over quite yet. This is still a pretty strong attack. Let's see if I have a chance to pull this off, even though I made those inexcusable errors, man. The core was fine. I didn't have to freeze that town hall. My queen was in there. She still had her ability at this point. She could reach the town hall from where she was. Are you kidding me, man? She would have taken it out. No problem. I could have used the freeze on this single target inferno. My royal champion would still be alive. In fact, this base would already be tripled by now. But let's go to ×2. I do still have a couple of skellies. What I decided to do was I waited for the wizard tower to aggro on the golem. I dropped my 2 remaining skelly spells on this single target inferno, and they're gonna get it taken out. Even though I made huge mistakes on this, I didn't plan it all. It was the worst execution I've ever done on this attack, and I tripled with it in war anyways. All right, guys, here we go. Now I'm coming straight at 2 multi-target infernos with a bunch of super wizards and witches, and we're ending on the town hall. Might seem a little bit crazy to you, but I'm pretty confident with this attack. All right, check this out, man. We got the golems, we got the troops moving into the core. Now those two multis, along with that scatter shot, can really screw up this push. We got the witches, we got the super wizards, both very vulnerable to multi-target infernos and scatter shots. So we're gonna pop the Grand Warden ability right when those troops are taking damage from all three of those defenses, and just like that, all three of those defenses are down before that Grand Warden ability even wears off. Log Launcher's continuing to open up walls, the Town Hall, and now it's starting to get some early damage in on the Town Hall as well. And look at this, man, our core push is going strong. We still have all of our hero abilities except for the Royal Champion. In fact, King, because the Log Launcher has access to that Town Hall on the backside, I don't know what the heck he's going for, but I popped his ability and he ran straight past the Town Hall. We'll go ahead and get a freeze on it, even though an Ice Golem was freezing it anyways. And just like that, guys, Town Hall's already down. Royal Champion's doing her things. I'm dropping the Skelly spells out in front of her, and now we got some heavy defense on the backside. We got Single, we got Queen, we got a Grand Warden platform, so we're going to go ahead and use our Skeleton spell there. I was a little late on it. I didn't tank the cannon, but I tanked everything else. Now it's time to start using these freeze spells. Boom! Look at that freeze value right there. I somehow missed the Grand Warden platform, so we're going to go ahead and freeze it yet again. We're going to let all these Skellies catch up, and oh my god, dude, look how many skeletons are in here right now, tanking for the Royal Champion, tanking for the Queen. The Queen still has her ability. Guys, this base is toast. It doesn't stand a chance. All right, guys, here we go. We got a ton of splash damage on this side of the base. I didn't want to mess around, so I dropped all four of those golems, all of my troops right there to start trimming those outer buildings there. And also, I didn't want all my edge troops to just get annihilated by the two scatter shots. Luckily, those two scatter shots are still aggroed by the golems. Look at this, man. We got that early Grand Warden ability. Try and make sure that we get through those two scatter shots intact. We've jumped in. We got heroes into the core, and we're jumping the King, joining him up with that main push as well. Now we got the rage spell coming in just because we're gonna have some stuff coming out of this log launcher right here, and these expos are pretty harsh, man. I want to be able to face off with those with the help of a little bit of a rage spell going in there. Sure enough, we're opening up access to the Town Hall as we speak. Log launcher finally pops. We got some early damage in on the Town Hall, but we broke open so many walls the Queen can reach it. She's still got her ability. We're working the skeleton spells and the Royal Champion along the side. Queen's gonna be able to pop her ability, take out the Town Hall before the RC even gets there, as we still got 3 Skelly spells and 2 freezes remaining. And look at this section right up here, man. We got this single target inferno, we got the Tesla farm, we got 2 archer towers. This is a heavy damage section. This is a perfect section to be using these skeleton spells in to make sure that the Royal Champion can get through it. And look at this trusty unicorn sitting like halfway between 2 walls there. Look at that, continuing to heal up the Royal Champion. We don't care about that wizard tower damage. Look at this, man. Look at this. We still got a Royal Champion ability. We can already see at this point this one's going to be wrecked. Not only that, but we're going to have some swag left over as well to go and swag in the middle of the base, because guys, we just didn't need all of those spells, man. That Royal Champion just cannot be stopped with this attack. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to use this one live, and on this one, my unicorn's upgrading, so I've got Lassie with the Royal Champion. Let's get it done. Oh, this base is kind of a joke. You know what? We're just going to annihilate it. Here we go. We're going to start off with the corners the way I always do, trying to set that funnel for the core push. Golem, 2 witches, 2 super wizards. So we're going to drop the golems in the middle. We're going to get them inside of there real quick. Follow that up with witches. Follow it up with super wizards. We'll get all those heroes down. Got to try and get that warden down in time. That way we're making sure to keep those troops alive as long as possible. They're taking some really early scatter shot fire. And that's why we ended up popping that Grand Warden ability nice and early too. We want to make sure many of those witches and super wizards survive that scatter shot as possible. Now, I think I saw some CC troops coming out. I don't even know. Here we go, man. This is, yeah, not looking too shabby. Now, we're just going to start on this edge, leading in with the skeleton spell, and then the Royal Champion. And we're going to continue just trailing in those skeleton spells for just that purpose there. Now, can't perfectly tank those scatter shots with skeleton spells, so you got the free spells that you can kind of play as needed. And we're just going to continue putting down the skeleton spells in front of the Royal Champion. If you're a little late, she'll get targeted, just like this archer tower is already locked onto her. I'm not that worried about a single archer tower, though. That's why we got those freezes, in case a single gets locked onto you. Maybe, I don't know, you're talking during a video too much and you're a little late with your skeleton spells. then you're just going to go ahead and use a freeze to go ahead and put the single target Inferno on ice, or maybe a big group of defenses targeted a Royal Champion. You still got her ability you can use. You still got a couple of freezes you can use. We're just going to use her ability to take out the last 4 remaining defenses, and then we're just going to go ahead and swag these spells right here, just like I've been doing the vast majority of all these attacks where I've been using this thing. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I am having so much luck with it. I mean, I'm going in on war attacks with it with just like no planning. I'm like, oh, here's a base. Let me hit this. 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars. It is that strong right now. All right, guys. Hook it up. Practice the attack. Enjoy. I'm tripling so many bases with this. It's absolutely ridiculous.